This project is introducing us to the Navajo Indians, and we're going to be creating our own Navajo Indian blanket. Well, how we're going to do this is we're going to take ourselves a clean piece of very thin paper, and we're going to use washable coloured markers, and we're going to create a geometric design. And what we're going to do is a geometric design that involves symbols like these here, zigzags, straight lines, but nothing that has a curve or a circle to it. So if I wanted to start, we're going to use washable markers, and you're going to see why, and you're wondering why I'm wearing these blue gloves, but you're going to understand in a moment. We're going to fill the whole page with designs and colour until, this is one that I actually just started, but until we've got the whole sheet completely filled. When we've got that completely filled with geometric designs, and there's one that I did in a lesson earlier, we're going to have a similar project finish like this one here. We're going to take that drawing, and then imagine that this one's completely filled. We're going to spray it, this is why I've got my gloves on, spray it with some water. Make sure that your sheet is completely saturated. Don't flood, but saturate. And then you can see the dye is actually coming out, and this gives you a sort of like a tie-dye effect. What I'm going to do is I'm going to scrunch it up very carefully, scrunch it up, and you actually can see there already how the dyes out of the washable markers are starting to spread and blend, and it's like a tie-dye t-shirt. So very carefully you unravel it. You can see already just by there how the colours have blended, and you've got that effect. I'm just going to set that one to the side. This is one that I actually sprayed just slightly earlier. Very vivid colours, but then when I dyed it, the greens and the yellows blended together. We are then going to set that to dry. Now imagine that this one has already dried. We're going to put a piece of cardboard exactly the same size and mount it onto the cardboard, glue it down. And what that does is it actually strengthens it. Because the paper is very thin, we use thin paper so we could get that tie-dye effect. Now, when you have that mounted, it's dried, it's mounted on the cardboard, you should end up with something similar. So this is one that a student did for me last year on the cardboard. I'm going to demonstrate to you personally in the classroom how to do the knots. Now you've got this effect. You're going to get yourself a black marker, and the designs that you have drawn, you're actually going to pull them out. So you can then solidify those geometric designs. Remember, we didn't use curves or waves, but what's happened here is that we've got this beautiful, unique Navajo design blanket. When you have that done and pulled out, you would then take the hole punch and punch evenly 8 to 10 holes on either end of the blanket. And then when we're ready, I'm going to demonstrate to you how you're going to do those weaving knots on the end of your Navajo blanket.